How's it going, man? Good evening. So my name is Henry, and I'm gonna be debating on why I feel people shouldn't have fully automatic guns, in America. As the country, people in the country, we all know what happened, around 2 weeks ago, or about 3 weeks, and the shooting of how people who just went to enjoy and have fun in Vegas ended up being dead because of someone owning that amount of guns. And those deaths would have been prevented. In my opinion, those deaths would have been prevented if people didn't have to own guns, fully automatic guns. Because if you own these guns, you are not only a person, you become a weapon. And these guns, you just have to hold on to the trigger and it starts shooting. It doesn't stop. So you don't have to reload or nothing, like, at least until the bullets finish. You just have to hold on to the trigger. That is why you can kill a lot of people at the same time. And from statistics, people who die from gun violence outside of police killings every year, it rounds up to on an average from 0 to 19 years, it rounds up to 17,012 American children and teens. Some of them die from um, you know, stray bullets. Some of them die from unintentional wounds. And all this we would have evaded as a country if we did own guns, automatic, or even guns at all. But in this case, for this debate, fully automatic guns, because I'm circling down to fully automatic because it's easier to kill a lot more people. They say if you want to hunt and you're asking for an automatic gun, then you need gun lessons. Because I don't know why a human being who's not a security official should be owning that kind of gun. With the statistics of people who died and deaths that can be prevented, and I'm here today to say that those guns in human beings' hands, people who are not security officers, and I don't see why we should own those. They're dangerous and they make life harder and less secure for those of us who do not have it, and for those of us who just want to live their lives and end up being dead as a result of someone else having access to this kind of things. So I'll go ahead and pass you the mic and get.
Um, I got to disagree on the first point. The Las Vegas shooter, he modified a dozen rifles to shoot like fully automatic weapons. He actually used semi-automatic weapons. They recovered a dozen of 23 firearms that were semi-automatic rifles, so it wasn't fully automatic weapons. We currently already have a fully automatic weapons ban where you can't get guns. I mean, put it this way: there's about 240,000 of them in America right now, and if you get them, they had to be made before 1986. The ATF and the FBI monitors them closely. In the last 80 years, only 2 people have been killed as a result of fully automatic weapons. So when you say, all these statistics, that when you say that people have been killed, yeah, they've been killed because of guns, but there's a bunch of other things that kill people too. Obesity, the government, cars. I mean, you have to outlaw a bunch of stuff before guns. Guns is very low on the list. So I think those statistics are wrong. Like in the last 80 years, documented 2 people have died from fully automatic weapons. They're closely monitored. If the debate was about outlawing guns, period, it'd be, I could look into it, but I still wouldn't agree with it. But fully automatic weapons, they're not the problem right now. It's actually the semi-automatic weapon. You see what I'm saying? A fully automatic you're correct on what you say. It's a gun that you hold the trigger once and it releases bullets multiple times when you pull the trigger once. Semi-automatic, you hold the trigger as many times as you squeeze it, it comes out. That doesn't make a difference. The gun doesn't kill the people. It's the people that that kills the people. You know what I'm saying? So outlawing fully automatic weapons makes no sense because there's a current ban that Reagan put in like in 1986 that already kind of like outlaws them. You can't go to the store and get a fully automatic. I think people need to understand the difference between semi-automatic and fully automatic. A fully automatic is a machine gun. A semi-automatic is everything else you see. So like you said, in the Vegas shooting, people tend to think that that's a machine gun he was using. If you listen to the shots that came out during the shooting, that wasn't a machine gun. There's no fact that you can give me saying that a fully automatic, whether it's Columbine, whether it's any terrorist attack that you've seen happen in the United States, a fully automatic has contributed to, because they're closely monitored. They're closely monitored. There's 240,000 of them, like I said, and it's not a problem. It's the it's guns, period. But then I'm gonna repeat it again. If we're gonna outlaw guns, we need to outlaw cars, foul medical practices. You know what I'm saying? You know, just a bunch of stuff like that need to be outlawed too. It's a million other things besides guns that kill people, especially the fully automatic rifle.
All right. So I get your point. You made a really great point about the killer in Vegas modifying rifles to you know, people actually got to think it was fully automatic. But then think about it. If he could modify a rifle to make it do kind of what a fully automatic does, imagine what would have occurred. How many more damage would have occurred if he actually had a fully automatic? And this is why today I'm proposing that it should be illegal for people to actually own it. And to back this up, I'd like to ask a question that I know you can't answer right now because of the way the debate, but why do you even need a fully automatic gun? That's the question. Is it for fun? Is it for, you know, when you hunt animals, you don't use guns like that. When you know, you only use guns like that when you are at war. So why would someone need to have that? That's the question, right? And, you know, as you said, semi-automatic guns have done a lot of damage. You know, I may have, as you said, grouped all of them into under guns, right? Fully automatic may not have cost as much, but think about it in a logical way. If semi-automatic could do this, imagine what would happen if fully automatic were put in the hands of people. And, you know, so to curb it, and as you said, obesity and things like that have killed humans. Yeah, but a lot of those things we need. Now, obesity we do not need because, you know, people overdo the eating and they don't exercise, right? That is, you know, personal decisions and stuff. But the cars we need, the doctors who make mistakes and people die of it, we need them. We need cars. We want to transport. But think about it. What do you need a semi or a fully automatic gun for? As a normal citizen who's not going to a war, who's not trying to kill zombies, no zombie apocalypse that you need to keep shooting at a time. So why do you need to have one? A machine gun, that is really powerful. And if for the statistics that, you know, I looked up for guns in general, could happen with pistols and, you know, because, you know, kids who sometimes kill each other with their dad's guns and things like that. Imagine what could happen if these kids or people who are mentally deranged, as the media would put it, get their hands on these fully automatic guns. So, you know, it's, even if it's just, as you said, 2 killings over time, now people are being able to modify rifles and things like that, and you have people defending that guns should still be owned, right? It's going to get into a time in America when people are going to start wanting to have fully automatic, and with the liberal system that we have in the nation today, it's going to start being allowed. And if it's not banned from today and set as a law that one shouldn't be able to have this, killings are going to get worse and the numbers are going to increase because, as you said, a rifle was modified to cause that much damage, the highest mass shooting in America. Imagine if he had, you know, they said they recovered how many? Was it 11 or 31 guns? Imagine if he had 11 or 31 machine guns. It would have been a whole bloodbath that day.
Okay. The fact of the matter is, they were modified to fire like fully automatic weapons, not exactly as no rifle can be modified to. You can't modify a regular rifle to fire like a machine gun. You know, you gotta look up the difference between, like I said, a semi-automatic and a fully automatic. There's no way you can do it. It doesn't happen like that. It's hard for me to imagine like if and stuff like that because, like I said, only 2 people have died as a result of that's recorded as a result of fully automatic weapons. That's not fully automatic weapons are not the problem. It's the people who have the weapons. You know what I'm saying? And you know the mindset of what they're in. As far as that, it's my right as an American citizen, which the Second Amendment states it's our right to bear arms. That's why I would like to, even if I didn't have one, I would like to know I have that right. Now, as far as zombie apocalypse, not zombie apocalypse, say for instance, China and all these other countries decide to gang up on us because they're mad at Donald Trump, as people say, you know, just all these countries, when they come over here, I would like me, you, your parents, your kid, I would like everybody in America, when they come to our country, to be ready to kick ass. And I want them to be armed to the teeth, just in case some other country comes and invades us. Because when we go over there, they're armed with fully automatic weapons. It's for the defense of our country, just in case an outside foreign country invades us. That's one reason. I would like to be prepared just in case somebody comes in and threatens my family. I don't want to have a 22 and somebody comes in with a fully automatic weapon. It's not an even fight. Being prepared is always good when you're going into battle with somebody. So I don't want everybody else out there with something better than me. You know what I'm saying? You know, as far as our people go, you know, our people went through slavery. If those slaves would have had fully automatic weapons, it would have been a different story, wouldn't it? Yes, exactly. So that's my point right there. You know what I mean? It's better to have it than not have it. And my right as an American citizen to bear arms, that's why, you know, they should not make it illegal to have a fully automatic weapon. Even though it's a ban on it right now. Reagan put a ban on it, and I guess it's what it is right now. But I disagree with that ban too, because it goes against the Constitution. You can go. Am I done? Oh, I still got 30 seconds. That's about it. Oh, that's the time.
Yeah, I do see your your point of how well regulated it is, and how you would like to have something to protect yourself, right? If something happens, if people gang up against America. But there's an African proverb that says that if we don't fight the enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm, right? And I say this to say that most of the killings that has been done with guns, not just involving fully automatic, weren't mostly done by Russians or Chinese people. They were done by humans who had American blue passport, who were Americans, right? So the massacres, the things like that, most of all those things, they were done by people who were either Americans or had an affiliation with America. So they were internal. So that kind of takes away that fear of, and if that is to happen, we have a lot of fully automatic guns, but they're in the hands of the right people that are meant to own them. And that's the Army, the Marine, and people like that. And those are the people that protect us, right? If we were all meant to protect ourselves, then there's no need for such institutions. Everyone should just have a gun and have things to protect themselves against whatever happens. But institutions were built for that. So institutions were built to own those kind of devices, and not us. Going back to the fact of what you said about semi-automatic or fully automatic guns would have been used during the time of slavery. Believe me, yeah, I'm a black person, and it would have been cool if we had it then, right? It would have been really nice, and we just came out and did everything we wanted to do and get free. But at the end of the day, they say two wrongs don't make a right, right? We're suffering. We've been suffering for years, and we're still suffering in the nation, and that is recognized. But if we become savages and start killing and doing all this, paying, even though it sounds like payback or revenge, two wrongs do not make it right, right? So if we own machine guns and we started killing people and things like that, all will appear to the world is worse than we already are. Worse savages, because what the world sees us as in America, or blacks in America, or blacks anywhere. If you go to Asia or Europe or things like that, if they want to be racist, they're going to first of all be racist to us. I understand that. But if we became savages and people who had this automatic guns and started killing, they would see us as people in Syria. They will see us as the rebels in Syria and Liberia. They're going to see us worse than we actually are. So you're going to see that the automatic guns would have done more damage to our image. So at the end of the day, my question still goes back to, why do we need to have it? I've been able to counter the fact that when wars or something like that happen, we have institutions that own those guns to protect us. And the fact that you want to protect yourself, I understand that, but there are people who are given that to do, and that's the police and things like that. And if you own semi-automatic guns, you can protect yourself from incidents, but you do not need a full one, because you're going to end up probably having a stray bullet hit someone else who is innocent and who's not meant to be shot. So I'll go ahead and pass you the mic and let you continue.
Why do we need to have it? You just said it yourself. I think I read was 2/3 of those fully automatic weapons the ATF and the police got. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we need them, because to outlaw them, they wouldn't have them. You know what I'm saying? They need them really. Why do we need to have them? Like I said, it's all right. As far as the slavery thing, I didn't say just go around killing people and just doing that. I'm talking about they would be in defense of that. They were took as slaves, so if they got a hold to that weapon, they would be in defense. I'm not a person that wants to just go around killing people and trying to get revenge. I'm just saying it'd been a good tool back in the day. It'll be a good tool for anybody, whether they're white, black. If some intruder came in their home and the intruder had some high-powered semi-automatic weapon, well, maybe I'll say it like this: maybe that Caucasian mother that has her 2 kids there, if she had a fully automatic rifle, it'll save her kids and their life. And you know, to save one life rather than, you know, risk taking everything away, it's better than nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Weapons don't kill people. It's the people with weapons. Like I said, like this debate is kind of weird because it's like fully automatics, they're banned already. So it's kind of like it's no problem with them right now. What's going on? Oh, it's no problem with the fully automatic weapons right now, from what I see. So, you know, we need them. I feel we need them. I feel we need them. I feel they shouldn't be banned. I feel it's so.
All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you just nod your head if you can hear me, please? All right. Yeah, because I made a mistake and I left the page, so I had to come back. So I hope that wasn't nothing wrong or something. But yeah. So I get the point you made that the guns are not dangerous, right? But the people who have them are. But the thing about automatic guns is no matter how automatic they may be, you know, from the sense of the name, automatic, they still do not control themselves. So they are actually the cause of the, I know you may try to say they are not the ones that are dangerous, the people are. But without them being present, the people wouldn't have something to be dangerous with. We are human beings, we're gonna devise other device using knives and semi-automatic that we have to reload and things like that. I understand, but the killings would be lower or at a lower rate. And as you give an example of a mother and her kids, now let me flip that picture around, right? You said a mother and her kids who, you know, were attacked, and if she had an automatic gun, a fully automatic gun, she would have been able to, you know, protect her and her children's life. Then let's flip the story around. What if the thief or the attacker had the automatic gun? If he was if he was semi-automatic or a knife, they needed to concentrate in killing one person first or whatever, and the others can actually escape. But with an automatic gun coming into a room, anyone in front of me can be taken out in a matter of seconds because I just need to hold on to a trigger and move my body geometry around. Do you see that? So imagine that image of what you gave in the other way around, where someone who has a malicious intent lays their hand on that fully automatic gun. And even the police, why do they even need a fully automatic gun? When you say 2/3 of the fully automatic guns are in the police, when I say they should be banned for everyone, in my view, except from the army and those who are going into actual war grounds where it's needed to eliminate a lot of targets in a matter of seconds. The police shouldn't even have those kind of guns because they are meant to serve and protect. I understand some situations get hostile, but tasers and semi-automatic guns already does that job for them. I don't see the reason why a police would want to take out a large group of people at the same time, because that is what fully automatic guns do. So even the police shouldn't be having those kind of weapons because police end up being humans and people will always be people. So when it gets in the wrong hand of the wrong person under the wrong uniform or under the right uniform, the same effects can happen as if a thief or an attacker had it in their hands. So it should be banned not just for us who are citizens, basic citizens, but also for the police people, except for those in war. No one else in America should be able to own a fully automatic gun.
Okay. I don't think the police want to go in there and take out a large group of people. I don't think that's their intention. You know what I mean? I mean, the police want to be prepared. Now, like I live in Oakland, California, and like I'm kind of in a rural ghetto area. And I'm gonna tell you the truth: the guns that's in the semi-automatics that's around the area I'm in it's a lot of them, and it's a lot of legal and a lot of illegal. The police don't want to go in with the 9mm against a guy who has an AR-15. The police don't want to go in with an AR-15 against a guy that has, for 2 or 3 guys that have AR-15 shotguns. One police can go in with a fully automatic weapon and face 2 or 3 guys with, you know, AR-15s and have a chance. The police need to be armed to the T because it's less of them. It's less of them and it's more civilians. So I don't disagree with the police being able to, you know, possess fully automatic weapons. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree with them being militarized right now because the police need that. You know what I'm saying? They need to. They're the police. They're supposed to keep, you know, law and order amongst the citizens. So I mean, they're needed. They're needed. They're needed. Fully automatic weapons are needed. I think they were made because they were needed, you know, and more firepower. You have to fight firepower with better firepower, and fully automatic weapons is better firepower. I think the debate is on fully automatic weapons, and like my stance is, fully automatic weapons have only attributed to 2 people since, you know, in the last 80 years. I mean, I don't see the problem. Like, if the debate was semi-automatic weapons or guns, period, I can understand it, but fully automatic weapons is out of the question. You know what I'm saying? Because, say for instance, they're banned right now. As I said, it's a ban on them right now. So what is that doing? You see the guy just shot somebody up in Vegas. Columbine High School wasn't fully automatic. The guy that, you know, the homosexual guy that killed people in Florida, semi-automatic. Everything you see on TV is a semi-automatic. It's not a fully automatic. The people that have fully automatic weapons are private citizens and the police, and the FBI and the ATF keeps real good tabs on them. They're doing pretty good at that. So fully automatics contribute to no problem. That's why I say we should be able to have them. Now, if you said not even semi-automatic weapons, because that's our right to have these things, you know what I'm saying? It's the people. We should watch who we give them to. You know what I'm saying? Maybe America should go back and look at what they did. Maybe it's a mistake they did, but we want our guns, man. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing they can really do. And another reason is to take these guns, it'll be more of a bloodshed than anything. To take the guns, if you leave it alone, it'll be less of a bloodshed. To take the guns, it would be all out civil war if you try to take these people guns. I guarantee it, with those fully automatic weapons. So that's my stance on that part.
So I get back to your point of police needing to have a fully automatic gun. The word need is what I'm looking at. I'm happy you said you're from Oakland. I live in the Bay. But right now I'm in Mississippi. I go to school in Mississippi, but I live in the Bay. I live in San Jose. But I understand that, the police may need, or let me just generalize that people may need to protect themselves against people who may have higher ammunitions. But where I come from in this debate is that banning fully automatic guns gives a way to actually, I understand that the previous attacks has been semi-automatic gun, but then look at it. If, the ban is already there, as you said, from Reagan, right? Or people are fully really washed. But if semi-automatic gun can cost us things, imagine what would happen if a fully automatic one gets in the wrong hands. That's the point I'm trying to make. The word need, they may want to have it, to have an upper hand, but when police people, they were meant to serve and protect, and not just to kill. Killing is usually the last resort. In countries like Britain, in many countries in England, it's not that police do not kill, but it's usually the last resort. I understand that, they wanna have an upper hand, but police are not trained to be in a shootout, or they're not supposed to be trained to be able to just, because killing people is not the major thing. It's protecting people more. Even if they had the weapon, it's being able to subdue them. That's the kind of lessons they should be getting. Being able to subdue them, defend themselves. I know there will be shooting to happen, but a fully automatic gun, it's not needed, because stray bullets have killed people. That's the kind of death that I can't even imagine knowing that someone I knew has or got. Just going on the way and a stray bullet hits you. A semi-automatic gun can make that happen. Then imagine how much stray bullets would be in the air if someone opens up a fully automatic gun. Those that don't hit the victims or the targets they're looking towards end up going to somewhere else. And this is Earth. They're human beings a lot of places, and that can hit someone else. So if you look at the damage it can cause compared to the amends it can make, the damage outweighs the amend way more. Because if a policeman opens, in Oakland, as you said, opens up that automatic trying to kill, some gang members or stop them, and a kid can be on the way. A kid can be on the road. With a semi-automatic and pistols, they can actually target and say, okay, I'm trying to hit this person at this time, at this place, and not just opening a weapon that can send out bullets in a matter of seconds and hit the wrong people or the wrong target. So I'll go ahead and pass you the mic so you can continue. But nice meeting you, man. I'm
But that hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. There's no recordings of a fully automatic. If you can find one, show me. There's no recordings of it. See, I know what you're saying. What could happen, but what could is like, I mean, if it was a fifth of Hennessy, we'll all be drunk. I'm talking about the reality of it. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. Semi-automatic weapons it's happened with. You know what I'm saying? So if the debate was about semi-automatic, I can understand it, but that just hasn't happened with fully automatic weapons. It's been a semi-automatic. It's no point to even touch the fully automatics. It seems like seems like the semi-automatic is the most dangerous gun that they should have banned, right? Because it hasn't happened with the fully automatic. Now, I understand what it could do, but semi-automatic is doing right now. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying ban semi-automatic. I'm just saying, as far as the debate topic, fully automatics is not contributing to anything in America. You know, I reiterate again, like it's only been two deaths attributed to fully automatics, you know, since in the last 80 years. So what could happen, that's all fine and dandy, but it hasn't happened. It hasn't happened with fully automatics. And I doubt it's going to happen with the regulation they have on it with the police and only certain private citizens having them. And if something does happen, they'll be able to trace it back. And I mean, two deaths is really good compared to semi-automatic deaths cause 1,000 more. It's 1,000 more times, you know, worse than fully automatics when it comes to the cause of death. So, I mean, I would ban a lot of stuff, man. I would ban cars, liquor. I would ban obesity if I could ban that. I would ban medical malpractice. I would ban government. Governments contribute to a lot of death. You got to ban them too. I mean, it's so many other things that we need and don't need that we could ban before the fully automatic weapon, man. I think people need to understand what semi-automatic and fully automatic means, man. Everybody's not running around here. It's only 240,000 in the U.S. 2/3 of those the ATF and the FBI have. And the other ones are private citizens, probably old guys somewhere on the farm somewhere that just with thousands of acres of land shooting at deers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is not hurting anybody. The problem is the semi-automatic weapon in the local communities in America, man. Like I say, the guy in Vegas that you opened up with, he used semi-automatic rifles. He didn't use fully automatic weapons. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Fully automatic weapons are not the problem. Everybody's not running around America with a machine gun, man. If they were, believe me, man, it's not happening. I invite you to take a look and do some research and see how many deaths fully automatic weapons have contributed to. And if what you find, if they're telling the right story, you're not going to find probably any. It's not going to be any, man. Fully automatic weapons are like banned right now. Reagan banned it in 1986. So it's pretty controlled, man. It's pretty controlled. Weapons, period. And that's a whole different discussion. But weapons, period, I can understand that debate, or even semi-automatic.
All right. Yeah. All right, man. So I think, I don't know. I think is it 30 minutes that our debate is for? All right, man. No problem. So I'm gonna just finish up with this. This is gonna be my last one, and at the end of it, you know, we can end the debate. But when I'm done, I'm gonna pass you the mic. So, but I'll go ahead and say that, as you said, even though you say you don't want the whole guns being banned, semi-automatic has done more damage. If we look at it mathematically, we can tell that semi-automatic has done more damage because it's been made more available than fully automatic because of the ban that was had on fully automatic. I don't know if you see my point. So if that ban wasn't there, it would have been way worse with fully automatic. So with that ban being there, a lot more lives have been protected. But then if you can be fully, you know, how am I going to put it? Banned from people owning it, police, whoever, except from those in the military in the war, then that is when we can say that even those 2 deaths, when we say just 2 deaths for 80 years, 2 deaths is really a lot. 1 death is really a lot. I understand we're talking about numbers, it's bigger, it has more effect, but 1 life already is enough to say that this enough is enough, right? And, you know, so imagine if that ban wasn't there, it would have been worse. So semi-automatic has done worse because it was made more available. And fully automatic should also be banned, from anyone owning it except from someone in the war front. And, you know, this is my stance, and, you know, I like to end my side of the debate here. And once you're done, let me know and I can end the debate. Nice meeting you, brother.
Okay, so we just take all of the fully automatics right now, right? We're gonna take all the fully automatics. We still got the semi-automatics. Like I said, it's still gonna be killing. So it's not gonna do anything but violate people's rights. and cause bloodshed when you're going to get those, you know, those fully automatics from people that have the right to keep them. You understand what I'm saying? And you take them from the police who actually need them. So we just took all the fully automatics, like you said. It does nothing. It's a waste of time. It makes people angry. You go in, you violate rights, and you go in and you cause little wars amongst militias and the government when they go in and try to get them. Because I guarantee you, if you go in and try to get guns, period, you're gonna have a civil war. Nobody's gonna let the government come in and violate their right and take their weapons. That will be a civil war started in America that you don't want. That's what they do not want to do, and they'll never be able to do it, you know, to go pick up every gun. So just on the fully automatics alone, it makes no sense. They're banned now. The proof is now. They're banned now. And semi-automatics are the thing that's killing people. It's the thing that's giving people thoughts that they should. The semi-automatic, because you opened up with basically the Vegas shooter. And a semi-automatic is a weapon that's giving you the thought to ban the fully automatic. You understand what I'm saying? That's what's giving you that thought. Maybe you don't know the difference between a fully and a semi. A fully is a machine gun type weapon that continues to load by itself, and you hold the trigger once. It's a war machine. It's a war machine. A lot of people keep them as collector's items. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that thought, that semi-automatic is what's giving you the thought to ban fully. And that's what I think the whole problem with is America, where people want to ban the fully automatic weapon. If it's a ban right now, like I said, so basically the way you want it is like it is right now, but there's still countless killings. Like the guy in Vegas, he used the semi. As I said, I stated Columbine, they use semis. Everybody's using semi-automatic weapons still. So the ban isn't doing anything. You see what I'm saying? All it's doing is violating people's rights. You know what I'm saying? And making people less prepared. So that's all I'm gonna close with that, man.
All right, brother. It was a really nice debate, man. Nice meeting you. You know, nice talking with you. I get your points. You made really valid points, and I really appreciate it. And I gained a lot of knowledge while, you know, speaking with you. And, you know, thanks for repping Cali. You know, we're both Cali people, so nice to meet you, man. All right, now you have a good evening, man. Take care.